A deliberative democracy prizes majority rule, but it is not simply majority rule. Majorities cannot simply do as they like simply because that is what they like to do. They must establish public regarding justifications for their decisions. Reasons are essential. But a deliberative democracy is one of self-government, not bookishness or abstract theorizing. Self-government has certain preconditions, including protection of the franchise and a well-functioning system of freedom of expression. With these points in mind, I am in emphatic agreement with John Hart Ely and Stephen Breyer insofar as they emphasize the need for a strong judicial role in protecting the preconditions for democratic self-government. This is not, by the way, a form of originalism. The idea of deliberative democracy entails a significant role for federal courts in safeguarding political speech, the vote, and the democratic process as a whole. The role has always been important. It is crucial today. It also entails firm protection of those who are at systematic disadvantage in the political process. That role, too, has always been important. It also is crucial today. I believe all of these things, but, one more time for emphasis, my main goal here is not to defend those beliefs. It is to defend some claims about the grounds on which you might or might not agree with them. My largest hope is that many readers might see, on reflection, that those claims are not wrong, and that they will recognize anew the real foundations of their own views about constitutional interpretation, and perhaps be willing to rethink them. If so, we will have a lot more clarity, not least because we will know what people are actually disagreeing about. With more clarity, we should have less yelling, and with more clarity, we might even be able to have more agreement on what is best about our constitutional order, which includes the creation of an ever more perfect union, with more in the way of democracy and more in the way of deliberation. The plan. This book consists of 6 chapters. Very briefly, Chapter 1 outlines the possible approaches. It is essentially a reader's guide. Chapters 2 and 3 explain why there are no quick wins here. No view can claim a victory from some noun, like interpretation, or adjective, like lawless. Chapter 4 explains how we choose a theory of interpretation, and what reasonable people are disagreeing about. Chapter 5 focuses on traditionalism and its appeal, and why, in the end, it should be rejected. In a bit more detail, Chapter 1 introduces the leading approaches to constitutional interpretation. Chapter 2 explains that there is nothing that interpretation just is, that we have a variety of conceptions of interpretation, and it is up to us which one to choose. Abstractions and generalities will not make that choice for us. Chapter 3 briefly investigates and rejects the claim that the oath of office entails a particular approach to interpretation. Because all judges take the oath, and because many people think it has implications for the choice of theories of interpretation, I shall spend some time on it here. As we shall see, everything about the oath of office is interesting. Chapter 4, the beating heart of the book, argues that fixed points, operating at various levels of abstraction, are crucial to the choice of a theory of interpretation. Chapter 5 turns to traditionalism, with particular reference to the Supreme Court's decision in the Dobbs case, which overruled Roe v. Wade. The central argument, or is it an article of faith, is that the arc of history bends toward justice, which means that constitutional law should hesitate before turning long-standing practices into either a sword or a shield, and which means, above all, that improved moral understandings deserve to play a role in constitutional law. Chapter 6 is a cri de coeur, in the form of a brisk account of what, in my view, the U.S. Constitution should allow and forbid.